Hi, everybody. Welcome. Good afternoon. I'm happy to be here with you once again. We will spend good time discovering good things. So, I hope everything is working as expected. It seems. That's great. So, I need to remove the caption and maybe I can, yeah, put the screen full screen. So, let's start it quickly. Today, we will create a macro frontend using Vue.js. Well, at least we will try. Um, if you remember, we did it last weeks ago using both React and Angular. So we started with Angular, then using React, and we are finishing using Vue. The idea of these different sessions are to test, let's say, the three main framework, front-end framework works, and try to understand how we can easily or not create web components to having macro frontends. My friend Soini also cover how to create macro frontends, or let's say how to create components using macro frontends and deploy them on an application composition platform to still leverage this modularity approach. So today is, I think it will be the last session we will have about macro frontend for the moment, at least for me, because what I would like to do is to just then compare all these three ways to create web components and maybe try to find which one is the best. By the way, I'm not sure I will find it. Probably all these frameworks are good, but the question is, maybe we can have a different developer experience using these three different frameworks. I guess so. So from that and from each session, I'm also creating a blog post you can find on untitled.com or on our dev2. And as I have already released the Angular one, I'm finishing the React one, and I need then to do the Vue.js one, of course, after we did together this session. Good. So just to let you know, I don't have a lot of experience using Vue.js. That is, I would say, a good point, because it's like I'm quite new at this framework. I already used it once with Jupyter and the control center, because the front end is currently developed with Vue.js. But to be honest, I didn't take too many time to exactly understand the pro and cons of this framework. So what I would like to do is to, let's play the game. I'm new at this framework, and what I want to do is to create something from scratch. So as we did before, we have created a social card or something like close to a social card with React and Angular. So what we want to do is to do the same thing, create a social card with Vue.js. Here we go. So let me share my screen first. What I'm thinking is good. What I'm thinking is maybe we should follow the official website to try to create a Vue.js web components. I guess is the best place to start with, because basically you can find all the needed information for creating that. So I didn't did too much research before that, because I didn't want to, or I want to still have my mind open, to not be focused on something I know, or I to let my mind free to create something from scratch. So what we could do is to try to understand exactly how Vue can help us to create web components, and then just do it. So the official website told us that there is a section that let me just sharing with you. there is a section you can discover here using Vue and web components. So web components is an umbrella term for a set of web native APIs that allows developers to create reusable custom elements. So that means what we want to do is to create an application with Vue, then wrap it using a custom elements, and probably use some native APIs that are under the web components meta specifications to allow us to create or to reuse these components across several applications. Okay, so Vue has an excellent support for both consuming and creating custom elements. That is a good point, by the way, because this is exactly what I'm looking for. Whether you are integrating custom elements into an existing Vue application or using Vue to build and distribute custom elements. So in our case, it will be quite simple, because what we want to do is just to create a simple first custom element, and not necessarily reuse existing one or create multiple ones, or compose an application using multiple custom elements. It could be an interesting topic, by the way, in other session to having a more deeper understanding on how we can leverage this all micro frontends. But anyway, I'm not sure we can do it during this hour, so let's try to be focused on the starting point. That is using custom element in Vue. So Vue scored a perfect 100% in a custom elements, every element everywhere test. So what is this exactly? Okay. Okay, so it seems that custom element everywhere.com do some analysis, so you can understand if all this test or all of this framework is fully compatible with using custom elements. One point, I didn't check that before, but one point is, if I go back there, I can see that perfect 100% in a custom elements everywhere test, and I can see that this is not exactly true, because we have 3 tests failed that are failing here, and 3 more one here. So probably, I guess, they didn't update that, or maybe there are some issue, but I'm not sure it will cause us some issue. I guess we can anyway try to create custom elements. Camel case. Okay, it's mostly about different cases: camel case, caps case, Pascal case. Anyway, so it seems that we need to use lowercase or kebab case. Good point. Okay, let's go. Scoping component resolution by default, non-native HTML tag before falling back. Fail to resolve components. Specify custom element option. So with a build setup, the option should be passed via build config cc, the compile time option. Okay, so it seems that we need to add that in the configuration first. So maybe we can try to install the Vue CLI and just create a first application, and then try to follow this guide. So what happens if I open this get started section? So we are reading the documentation for Vue 3. That's great. What is Vue? So I guess everybody knows what is Vue, but probably, yeah, there is some interesting things we can check that. We can check there. So composition API, still question, learning path. Yeah, where is this CLI? I would like to. Okay, Vue CLI. Get started. This documentation is for Vue CLI, for the old Vue CLI. Okay. CLI. There is no indication. I would like to, yeah, create a project. That's great. But I'm supposed to install it. Oh, installation. Okay. Okay, let's do it. So let me open a new terminal. Yes. So maybe I should zoom a bit. Here and past. Okay, I open a new one. I need to close it, and we are back here. So once again, the idea is to first create the project and then try to understand what we can, or maybe what we can do is to first create the project and then create the social card, and from that create the custom elements. So let's try, maybe we can find an example social card with Vue.js. I'm trying Vue.js example. Show card fetching API JSON Rick and Morty app built with Vue.js. Oh, we have some GitHub examples. Okay. Yeah, this one seems to be great. So we can try to reuse it, at least to understand. So it could be something like this. Probably just having one card to make it simple as possible. But anyway, it seems to be quite a good example for us. So if you want to get a look of that, you can access this repository made by Alan Penaries. Here we go. So the Vue CLI has been installed. So what we can do is to go to the project. I think I have something. I have the ng social card, React social card, so we can create the Vue social card. Oh. It doesn't exist because I didn't create it yet. So now it has been created. So we are here in my project folder, Vue social card. That's great. So what we can do is to get a look. Oh yeah, here, creating a project. So we need to create a project. Hi, Ravindra. Happy to see you here. So instead of naming it Hello World, we want to Vue social card. You create. Yeah, that's great. Default. Yeah. I will use Vue 3 because this is the latest version. If there is, I don't know if there is good reason to use Vue 2. I'm not sure. I would say that I would rather use the latest version, especially if this version is. This is what I usually do when I start with a new project, is try to use the last version and not using previous version, unless this is not the final version, of course. Okay, so I think I made the same issue here. Okay, so what I would like to do is I always do the same mistake. Instead of creating directly, It's like this. So MV Vue social card. Maybe we can rename it on old Vue. Just because I want to move the real Vue social card created from no, this one to so here. So I have a Vue social card here now. So just to understand, I created a folder that the name is Vue social card, but with the CLI, it's also creating a folder that the name is the name of the project, so Vue social card. So basically, you don't need to create a folder first. So that will mean if I list what I have into the Vue social card folder, I have my project. That makes sense. I don't want to have too many folder, embedded. So what I did also is to Vue social card. So old Vue, I want to remove the old Vue. Okay, so we are clean now. It's important to have a clean working directories, because that will also mean that it's easier for us to understand where things belong and where we are and what is the different meaning of all these folders. But it's always depending on you and how you want to work. So basically, this is what I like to do, is to have clean things and avoid to have too many folders into embedding into them on each other. I like that approach of learning on live. So yeah, I agree. The good thing, this is what I would like with Code Live session. Basically, what we did before with both Angular and React was a bit different, because I already know, or I have a good idea on what exactly I would like to do, or how to create a web components using these two different framework. But here with Vue, it's a bit different. I really want to learn. This is why I didn't spend time to try to learn by myself before streaming. Yeah, because I really want to start as a fresh programmer, a beginner. Shout out to my friend Pascal. I would like to start as a beginner here to ensure that I can understand everything and explain everything. So probably we will missing few things, but if you think that there is something that is missing, or we can improve few things, or we can make things different, feel free to speak on this chat, because basically this is the goal of this session, of this kind of session. Anyway, so we have created the project, we have everything. What I would like to do first, let me do that, is to create a new repository. So let's say, ooh, I need to sign in. Okay, that's great. Oh, I need to confirm with a code. Okay, so I'm signing into Github. Good point. So I always try to, oh, I lost the different pages. Okay. Oh, I always try to create the GitHub repository first, because that helps to having a clean history then. So we will try to do a few things to improve what we have, and what I would like to do is to ensure that what I have is clean. So if I need to get something back, I can use the history. And of course, it helps us to, when you go back to your repository, it helps to understand exactly what happened, even if you're failing. That is important to understand why you are failing. Social card. Good. We are creating the repository, and we just need to execute these three different. Okay, and we are pushing it. Good. So if I reload my page, what I will have is just a simple Vue application. So that's great. So that will mean also, if I want to run this application locally, I can do it just by, and we can do it right now. I mean, just to try to get an idea of what Vue provides when you start it. So we can access it using localhost. Great. So this is our application. So for the moment, the application is just the basic application that is generated by the Vue CLI. Then what we can do and we want to do is to create the social card. So what I will do is to open my IntelliJ and open this new project. And then we will be able to compare this project to what we have with the example I found. So okay, so I have everything into my projects, view social card, and open. So you can see that in my history I have ng for Angular, React, and Vue social card. So the three different applications. Okay, that's great. Good. So let's try to, we have the app view. So I think it's the main component, view component. We have the hello world component there. So that contains everything. So the HTML template and CSS and the script. And we have some assets here. So the app view, I guess, is just loading the hello world view component. And yeah, so they are putting, two things, the logo and the hello world component. So that will mean if I remove that, I have an issue, hello world component has been registered but not used. So maybe that will mean we need also to remove that. No, hello world is defined but never used. And now we only have the logo. So that will mean then what we want to do is to create a new component there that will be, the new component there that will be, maybe I can change my, okay, so you will be able to see it in full screen. So what I would like to do is to create a component. I guess this is my thought, is create a component there and import it into the app view. And then we will have the social card. So if I take a look at that, so once again, this is an existing application I just found that display different social card based on Rick and Morty characters. So I guess we have components we can reuse there. So let's try to copy and paste it directly. So we can create a new file there. Oh, we have Vue components. So let's try to create a new Vue component, and let's say we are naming it social card. We have the social card. So probably we can remove the previous hello world one. And then we can copy and paste things. So what we have here is we have the template that contains well, the HTML code that will be, or at least the Vue code that will be used to generate the HTML code. So basically HTML code that contains some directive. And we have this script that is the JavaScript code we can use, and of course the CSS files. So I'm pretty sure this will not work. Anyway, we need to add this social card there. So we have this social card, we have the import social card here, and we define, or let's say we declare the social card components in the component sections. I think we can remove that probably. Let's try to get a look of what our application looks like. Okay, nothing. So as required, element social doesn't have required attribute even. So that will mean our components, because we copy it directly from an existing project, is a bit different. It's what these applications need is to have an event. I think it's an object that when you access, or when you want to render the social card, you give him an event. And I'm not sure about that, but I guess this event is basically the name, or let's say the character object that define the name, the status. So it seems that there is a status, still alive or not, and the image. So let's try also the router link. I don't know exactly what router link is. Even detail. Okay, so basically I think it's probably when you can probably click on that, I'm not sure, and to have access directly to this card. But this is not exactly what we want to do there, so probably we will remove that. Anyway, so we need to have an event. So maybe we can, I don't know what exactly we can add this object events. I don't know if I need, so maybe I can check. Oh, okay. I don't know why I have 2 times the logo, but I think we can remove it anyway. Why do we have the logo twice? That is funny. So we have the social card, we have the event object, but the event object is empty. So that will mean maybe we can try, because it's required a name. So maybe we can add event name here. I don't know if I need to name 2-point test. So we can't use, it seems we can't use plain text for that. That will make sense. But the question is, I'm supposed to bind object. It is not working. So let's try to look to the documentation. Template, computed properties, class install bindings, form input bindings, component basics. So define a component, using a component. So this is what we are doing for the moment. But our components expect properties. Yeah, so passing props. So we have a component. So in this case, we have a blog post component. We have a title. And in this case, so okay, blog post title equals. But in this case, it makes sense because it's the component is basically a string. So we have different. Interesting. So we can create that. So in this case, that will mean we can bind multiple properties. So if we have some data, and if we have some, that makes me think. Anyway, so let's say if you have some data, so if you want to have, let's say, for example, in our case, we want to render multiple social card, instead of copying the same components 3 times. If we have 3 different social card, we can define an array of properties, and from that give to this component this array as properties, or let's say loop into this array to define all properties. So 2-point key, 2-point title. Okay. So we have here for, okay, so it's for events. Okay, so anyway, I'm not sure we will find more here. So I guess what we can do is to try to do the same thing here. That will be data. That was, check that. So data is a function that return an object. So in this case, it's an array, but what we can do is to not return an array, but return an object. Okay, so I will remove that. I will only keep one. What's wrong? Yeah. Make it simple. Data, return. So we say that it's name and test. So that will mean instead of having it directly here, the only question I have is, I'm supposed to post. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, so maybe I can do it differently. So I can wrap it into an object, and we can call it car, like this. And so, but I don't know if I need to add the 2 points. No, it's not supposed to work. It seems it's not working. What happens if we do that? No. What I'm expecting is to have the title or the name display here, because I define a name, test, and here I have the event point name. So I will expect to having the name here. But what happened is I don't have any. I don't know exactly how to bind it. So if we, hi Soini, happy to see you here. Yeah, I can try. Anyway, I can. Well, even it will not working. Yeah, bind properties. Or maybe we can try Vue.js bind objects. Props. Props. Bind title. Yeah, I'm sorry. This one is in French. I don't know why. Oh, it's V2 anyway. So Vue.js 3, bind object, bind props as object. So where we are, props. Yeah, but this is used for declare components. But what I wanted to do is, yeah, point title. So that will mean I can do something like event. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That is working. So what we need to do is to bind hit, because I'm not using the, so maybe let me try something different. What happens if I do something like this? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure it would work, because even that will mean that will, yeah, so it doesn't work. So it makes sense. So if we want to bind an object, we need to use the vbind declaration, or let's say we can use the 2 point there, or the vbind, so something like vbind event. So we say event is the name of the properties, declare in the components, and vbind means please bind these properties to this variable object. So this is a variable. So we define it in the data section, data function that return this card. So that will mean if we want to bind something like an object, we should use it. We should use it like this. And even I think it's the best way to do that, because it's better to extract the data from the binding, so it makes it more clear and more understandable. But we can remove the vbind and only use the shortcuts with the 2 points. That make it easier to read and more pleasant. So I am creating a social card and I'm binding this card. So probably I don't know, or I can name it, but let's say card. Even event, I'm not sure it's a good name for a property. But well, this was taken from our example. So then we have the status. So it seems that we have the status dead or alive. Okay. Let's say okay. We want to have the status just to give a try. Probably we will remove that anyway. Live. So now we have the status alive. So once again, this has been extracted from this application that's display the characters from Rick and Morty cartoon. So we have the name, you have the status alive or not, and then you have the photo. I'm just trying to figure out how we can reuse the image, and then we will maybe try to make things a bit different. Let's say to, I don't know, remove the status and add more descriptions. Maybe we can try to do the same thing that we did with Angular and React social card. So if I go back here, I can see that, okay, in this case, so we already checked that. In the app view, router view, nav, about. So I guess we have another, what happened in router? Okay, so we have a component that the name is card list. We can access to each character, I mean one by one, just by giving the ID. So this is not exactly what we want to do here. It's a bit different. We have the event service. Oh, okay, so everything is taken from the Rick and Morty API. So we can use that, but I'm not sure I will do it because it's a bit different from the other existing images. Okay, I understand. So that will mean everything you can see here are taken from an API that gives the name, the image, and the status, at least. So then you can browse every characters or access to only one. So what I am looking for is more, just taking this card and reuse things. So I will not use it. So, okay, so then we have that. So maybe we can clean a bit. So for example, the router link, so we will not use the router link. We have the event image, even then the status. Oh, maybe we can remove first the status. But we can probably, instead of that, using a span. And let's say we can use description. Description, and then we can remove that. And that will mean event type object required data status. So we don't need any status there. We don't need the data. Computed, we don't need that. And this data return status, the event status, I don't think we need that anymore. That is quite funny because we define the properties event. We just say that the type is object, but we don't define any thing that we don't define any properties of this object. Maybe we can clean a bit this CSS too to remove the status. And event link, this isn't used anymore. Good. This description, yeah. So if I go back to my application, I will have the description without nothing, but this is exactly what I am expected. Instead of, let me check another thing here. Maybe I can reuse the content I have in my previous NG's social card. And the same for the image. So if I remember well, I have my app components, the CAD components. Yeah, CAD components here. No, nothing here. Maybe the HTML. Yeah, so we can reuse that. And use it as a description. Let's make it more clear. Good. Okay. Better. Okay, so we have a card, we have an ID, we have name. So the Shiba Inu is a dog, and we have the description. And what we want to do is and we should also have the image, but we don't have any image for the moment. But let me just try the things. So we can add the image like this. So we have the ID, we have the name, we have the description and the image, and everything is needed. All these things are needed to create the social card. So if I go back to my application, I have this. So I have the description, I have this. So the title, the description, and what I need is to adding the image. Great. Probably I will add. So I said description, but maybe I can do it differently. It could be H4 too. attribute. Yeah, maybe we can use an H3. Yeah, it's better. Or maybe H2, even better. So we have the title, we have the description, and maybe we can remove, by the way, these description things, because I'm not sure people need to have description to understand, hey, this is description. Yeah, that makes sense, guy. So we have the title, we have the explanation text that explain that the Shiba Inu is the smallest of the 6 original distinct split breeds of dog from Japan. But I would like to understand how this Shiba Inu looks like. Okay, so I need to add an image. Here we go. So I think, oh, excuse me, I think I have an image here, probably in the assets. No. Where is my, oh, okay, maybe I'm using, where is the image? Oh, the image is directly taken from this model. Yeah, let's try. So that we, so in this case, we don't host any images. What we are doing is just to give the application the image URL, and so you can directly use as a source. So you are binding here once again. You are binding the source to the event.image, the image property. So we have the image property here that define the URL, and here we have the image. So alt attributes. Oh yeah, we need a alt. That's great. Oh, let me check that. I think we already have a photo of Shiba Inu. Perfect. Let me check. Ooh, great. Yeah, of course, the image looks like a bit strange here because maybe the image size is a bit too high. So what we need to do is to probably apply some image, some CSS style to avoid the image to be very large. By the way, I can remove the style here because I don't need any style, so it will not change anything. Yeah, so that's great. And what I would like to do, so I don't know how to resize. Let's try to resize image CSS. Yeah, resize image proportionally with CSS. Scale down. That's interesting. Or max width 100%. Yeah. Let's try. Perfect. So basically what we did is to define the maximum width to 100%. So that means 100% from the container is included, and automatically define the s. Automatically define the value of the f. So that will mean because we want to we don't want to change the image rendering. So if we remove the image, the width image, that automatically we need to remove the eighth image. So in this case, it worked perfectly. So that's great because that means we have our social card. So that's work like a charm. So what do we define here? We have the style, the image. So we have, so just to, for reminder, we have this social card view component that create a component per element. Well, every time we have an event object here, that is the name, the description. Even I don't really like the event name because, yeah, I'm not pretty sure, event is something that happened. So I don't feel like, I'm not very comfortable by naming a card properties or card object with the event. I will more say that this is my card. So in the card, I have a name, I have a description, and I have an image. So that will mean I will rather use card here instead of event. But that will mean I need to change event everywhere from from everywhere. So even the same here, even card. But yeah, okay, but this is basically the card. Maybe we can have the card details or anything, but we are handling an object that is a card, basically, and we are rendering it with card properties. So event card over, so we need to change card here and here. And so we're not supposed to have, no. We're not supposed to have event anymore. Yeah. But we need to change the app view because here we have binded event. So we need to bind card. And maybe what we can do is to, instead of, now let's say, okay, so the only strange things here we have card bind is binding card. That is a bit strange for me. So what I would like to do is to rather use Shiba card. So for example, so I am binding a social card. So I have created, I'm creating a social card. So I'm instancing a new component that is a social card, and we bind the card property to the Shiba card. So the Shiba card is the card for the Shiba Inu card, and it's still working. So, and then the code is, I think it's better. That will mean if we want to have more elements, we can do it like this. So maybe we can use, I don't know, any dog car, and we can say this 2 in any dog there. And so, and instead of using Shiba, I can use any dog. And so I will have any dog there. So that is interesting. And another good option, if I understand well, if I can use things like this and like that, and instead of binding one per one, I can bind a collection of dogs. So I need to remove these entries. Okay, so I have a collection of dogs, and here, I need to check title for, no, this is not this one. This is not this one. Yeah, v4. So that will mean we can use v4 dog in dogs. And then we need to bind car to dog instead of dogs. I don't know. Custom element interaction v bind key directive. Oh, okay. That will mean it will not work. Custom elements in iteration require v bind key directive. V bind key. V bind. I wanted to do a test, but I can't see any things there. that basically this is not the goal of the afternoon, but anyway, it's just because I was it was funny, it's funny to see that. Oh, you can do it. Key attributes, that will mean I need vbind key project. You want to iterate on a template, you have to put a key on all elements. Then put a key on template. Template cannot be keyed. Place an key element instead. V4. I'm not sure it's related to that. Oh, we have two. Okay, we have two dogs, but we still have the error message. But if you can see, we have the Shiba Inu and any dog. So that was just a test, by the way. I don't want to do that. So not spend time by trying to fix that, because this is not my goal. I would like to go back. I just want to keep one fix, the Shiba card. That's great. Okay. So because what we need to do now is to change that into a web component. Because for the moment, what we have is, I don't know if we have any build things, so maybe we can try to find a way to build it. But we just have a classic application, view and web components. So what we need to do is to change the tag is custom element. Let me check the view config. I don't know where I'm supposed to. Compiler is custom element option, computer option, define config. Maybe I need to. What about if I don't know exactly why I'm supposed in brother. Oh yeah, the Vue CLI. Excuse me. Module export. Computer option. Yeah, I was using the wrong part. So it's just the configuration to let the Vue CLI knows that what we are using or what we are creating is a web component. So because it seems that Vue will attempt to resolve in a native HTML tag at the register Vue component. This will cause Vue to emit failed nonce. It's to avoid error messages. So define a custom element. Vue support creating custom element using exactly the same Vue component API via define custom element method. This method accepts the same argument as define component, but instead returning a custom element constructor that extends HTML elements. That's great. My Vue element, define custom element, props emit template style. Okay, so let me check my components. I have nothing here. Export default. I'm just define custom element from Vue. That will mean we need to do that. So that will mean we need to change the app view to having that instead of, let's try. script. Export defaults. Oh, I removed the script. No? Oh, that's fine. Oh yeah, because I need to close my function. Yeah, it's not used. So I need to change that, and I guess okay. An initial prop. So I guess we can remove the template here. What happened in my application? Nothing. Yeah, probably because what about if I'm copying that? Or maybe I need to name it car. No. Oh, maybe because it's directly the object I need to pass like this. No, still no. What about if I'm removing the template? Do we have any errors? No, no script. My view elements, we have the shadow DOM, but nothing happened. So it's like it's empty. So that means that it's working, but we don't have any data. So by the way, we will remove view social card. So I'm defining a view social card custom elements by calling the define custom elements method, and but inside that I can, so then I'm calling the custom element define, and this is the tag, my view element, that is bit, no, this is the new. Oh, there is a mistake now. Okay. And then document.body append child. So we append directly to we append it directly to that. So we are doing it inside the social card, view social card. Okay. So what is the next? No, it is this one, life cycle, props. Oh. Selected index. Maybe it's because we need to add the props in card. The strange thing is nothing is rendering. I mean, whatever we are trying, nothing is rendering. At least we should have something rendered now. So I guess we are missing something there. Okay, no. Event slots. Oh, maybe we can do it differently once again. Let's try. Okay, let's try to do it like this. My view, so I can remove that. And in the template, I can say that is my view element. No tag HTML, that sense. No, nothing happened. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I missed that. So probably what we need is not to use the template, but my view element here. Yeah. We still have nothing, but I mean, we still have nothing rendered, but at least we have my view element without any errors, it seems. Cannot read properties. Component is missing template on render function. Yeah, I don't know if his template is something mandatory. The template required a child element. Yeah. So we define the custom element. We now have the custom element. And we say that the custom element is my view element. But what we need to do is to explain that this custom element is using, or maybe we should use the template. We still need to use the template. Social card. Export default. No. Oh, I know. It's because I guess we need to add the template here. So it seems to be a bit different template. No, still not working. We have the template. Yeah, car. And so car is equal to Shiba. Car. That's it. Nothing still happened. That's a bit strange. Let me type something. I have nothing. So we have the template. Oh my god. Okay, template. I have 2M in my template. But it's still not working anyway. Template. Okay. If you are using the wrong name, of course it cannot work. Oh. So we have created a Vue component. We have created an app Vue component. We are using this card Vue component into the app one. We can display, but when it comes to use the my Vue element, so let's try to, by the way, to change it for social card element. It doesn't work. Social element. So what I'm supposed to do is to update social card element. Okay. So I know you have the social card element, but this, well, it's like it's rendering nothing, like it's empty. So I guess the template is not apply as expected. So you have a custom element, I define a template in it, but anyway, it's still not working. I'm just trying to understand why. So we still have this social card here. Is it could be a question of documents? Because they are saying that you can also programmatically instantiate the element, can only be done after registration. So this is the registration. But is there any reason to do that? I mean, instead of doing it in the HTML? No. So you can see that we still have we still have it twice. one that is present in the HTML file and what is done programmatically, but nothing happens. It's like it's not the instantiation is not done properly here. So like the template is not applied or something like this. But I still have the app. That is a bit annoying. But anyway, I need to stop here for today. We learn a lot of good things. What I would suggest is I will try to get some information about that, or we can finish this point. So probably we can do it in another live, or maybe I will add it into my blog post. But basically, there is something we are missing to moving to a classic Vue.js application to a web component. I think what we are missing here is how we can instantiate content defined in the custom element when this custom element is applied. So even if we put some templates here, it doesn't work. So this is why I don't really understand. Even if we have the component social cut. So maybe, okay, so let's say we can example, just put it template like this. Or let's say we can even use a span instead, containing template. So I guess it's just a simple way to render content, but whatever. My element is still empty. I have nothing. The shadow is empty. So it's a bit strange. There is something that is wrong here, and it's not supposed to be done like this, I guess. Okay. So what we have here is the app view is defining a custom element that is using other components. Other social view components to render things. So the template should be applied. Let's try. Doesn't render web components. Yeah, but I think it's not. This is not what we are looking for. We are looking for web components. My Vue.js component and not rendering the yeah, it deserves more research. So I guess there is something strange here, and if you have any idea on, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't share my screen. Yeah, I was just looking for another example, but anyway, I don't have a time to finish on that, so we will finish another day. Anyway, if you want to add some comment, please drop into the comment sections. Follow us on Twitter. So my Twitter is everyday4j. I will add any things that is needed into the description of this video. I will also work on this content, but if any of you want to share interesting things, you can still do it. You can still do it, on Twitter or on YouTube. So then we can add, or maybe we can do another session to finish that if you want, or maybe we can finish it, just providing the final results. Hey, why are you building today? We are building, so we are the stream is mostly finished, but we are trying to create a social card web component using Vue. Basically, we did it using Angular and then using React, and we wanted to do the same using Vue. So from the start, we succeed to create a social card component using an existing example and creating the application from scratch. But when it comes to moving it into a web component, we have some issue. So for the moment, nothing is rendered. So probably my code here is not perfect. So whatever. What I would like to do is to commit, even commit. And push, commit and push. Great. So if you want to get this code back and test by yourself, you can do it from this repository. Yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was well, at least we learned a lot of things, and it was very interesting. So yeah, what I shared here is my repository, so you can get the code back. And what we were looking for is building, so directly using the official documentation to build components from that. But yeah, we are missing something. But unfortunately, we don't have time to finish it for today. So anyway, it seems that we are missing something, and we can do it. We can do it differently. Selected index. Yeah, thank you. It's nice. Also, it's good to have people, to interact with people. Anyway, this is the goal. What about is, no, I would say is, I just want to try one thing more. Oh, what happen if now, even if I use card here, still have nothing. Card and card equal. Yeah, but yeah. If I change my, what about if I'm just adding, let's say test type string Even that is not working. Oh, no, of course. I need to add test. Oh yeah, sorry. You're right. No, it's just that I put it my screen. Okay, yeah. You're right. Yeah, I'm not sharing my screen. That's a bit strange. Yeah, what happened is I was just trying. I just did some tries to. What happened if I change? If I'm adding a new property, is that the name is test type string, and what happened if I just trying to bind something like this, and but it seems that tag social cut no HTML tag. Okay, yeah. But whatever, whatever I do is I have nothing. It's like maybe the binding is not, or maybe the custom element is not well defined. This could be from this component? I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm late. I need to finish with that. But yeah, sorry. So for the people that were looking at this moment, I just did some try because I don't like to fail. So every time I'm failing, I'm trying to improve or to do some test. But I'm pretty sure this is something. There is something interesting to do there. I mean, probably we just need to find the right configuration to make it works. Anyway, yeah, the code is anyway. It was not important because it was just a little bit of code, but everything is available on GitHub, and then I will try to do some other tests later. So thank you, everybody. I will see you soon. Have a good day, and let's create some components again. See you. Bye bye. Oh no! Once again, we have another live on Thursday this week's about best practices being a creator using an ACP, and we also have Twitter Spaces. So Twitter Spaces will happen on my channel on my Twitter account on Friday, 2 p.m. And also the stream will be 2 p.m. for Thursday. So see you. Thank you, EDP, and have a good day. Bye.